Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be back for another live training. I've missed you guys ever since the challenge. I've been thinking, how are they all doing? How are the Facebook groups? How have you been all keeping? Have you implemented the changes we're talking about? Have you been holding back a bit? Let me know in the chat as you hop on. My name is Monika Stachon. I'm the owner of this group, but it's our group, right? It's our community, our vibe. And I used to do this every Tuesday. Every Tuesday we used to have this series called Your Questions Answered, and I'm bringing it back, which is exciting, I hope. I hope you guys are excited. And during the challenge, we were all talking about going live at one point, and lots of people voiced their concerns, and they were saying, well, I'm really unconfident about going live. I'm afraid to press the go live button. I don't know what people will say. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I don't know if my brain will go blank and things like that. And today, as a bonus to the challenge, we're going to be talking all things going live. And in the first part of the video, we will tackle some of the mindset issues that may be happening here, some of the limiting beliefs you have about yourself and about going live in general. And in the second half, after you've overcome your fears, we're going to talk through some practical tips about going live, so you can do it with confidence. You know what you're doing, you know how to set yourself up, and you feel confident. And then in the third part of this video, we're going to announce the winners of the challenge, people who have taken action, implemented the learnings, done the assignments, and showed up. Okay, so if that sounds good, give me a hell yes in the comments. Lovely to see you, Z Life Coaching. What's your name, Z Life Coaching? Reveal yourself. Is it Z? Hi Sheldon, lovely to see you. Hi Kasha, great to have you guys here with me today. So, oh, thanks Sheldon. I really enjoyed that little back and forth in the comment section. I'm definitely going to do a live video of that in the coming weeks. We're going to talk about some of those problems you're experiencing with niching down. For those of you who don't know what me and Sheldon are talking about, we were just having a back and forth in the comment section in this group about the fear of niching down, how you want to help everyone so you don't want to exclude anyone, and how you can tackle that without shooting yourself in the foot and your audience who you're trying to help. So I'm going to do a live video on that at some point soon. Hi Annie, great to see you, girl. Lovely to see you. So yeah, let's get started. Camera, action, go, as we like to say. So, have you ever felt absolutely terrified and stressed before you press live button? Or maybe you've been procrastinating on it for a while and like putting it off. You know you should do it because video marketing's the thing. You know that it's the fastest way to grow that know, like, and trust with your business, and grow a presence on social media, but you're holding back and biting your nails before you press go. If that sounds like you, then this is the training for you. Don't go anywhere. We're going to tackle it all. Okay? And as I said earlier, I'm bringing the Tuesdays Your Questions Answered back. And hopefully soon I'm going to bring back the Thursdays with the interviews. So guys, if you want to come over for an interview in the group and share your wonderful knowledge with us, then absolutely let me know, because I'd love to have you. Especially if you know that you could give some amazing value to our coaches, let me know. So that's the series in conversation with that I'm going to be reviving very soon. So I really want to answer all of your burning questions about, going live and stuff like that. So give me a 1 in the comments if you've never gone live before. If you've never done it. Give me a 2 if you have done it, but hate it. And give me a 3 if you absolutely love it. If you're like, okay, let's go. You pick up your phone or your laptop and you're like in your zone. I want to know. Annie's ready to come for an interview. Yes, love that. Love that. We're going to have to arrange it for some Thursday very soon. Let me know which Thursdays you're free. You're between 2 and 3. You've done it, but you hate it, and you've done it, but you love it. So like half in between. Okay, so we've got 2 and 75, 2.5. Guys, you're gonna have to be more specific now and tell me what is that discrepancy between 2 and 3 that you're all experiencing. What is the biggest thing holding you back from going live and absolutely loving it? Okay, so tell me about that. I would really like to know what that biggest thing for you is. When I first started to grow my online business, I was absolutely terrified of doing live videos. I mean, I was judging myself hard. I was thinking to myself, look at that immigrant Polish girl with her accent. Nobody's going to want to listen to her. She sounds stupid. She doesn't even know how to pronounce strategy properly. What does she even know? People are gonna comment mean things. People are gonna leave me mean comments, and I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna be upset. Why should I do it? But I had this coach who kicked my butt into gear, and she said, Monika, go live for 30 days straight. I didn't, because I'm a rebel. But I promised myself that I will try to regularly. And it wasn't in this group that it all started. I had one group before this. And the first time I've done it, I was literally shaking. Like, my hands were shaking, sweating. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how long it should be on for. I was literally, my brain was going blank. There were spaces. So I thought. I was really stressed. And I was convinced in my head that everyone can feel that stress too, that they can see it. And that they probably laugh at me from home thinking, oh, look at her, she's pathetic, look how stressed she is. She clearly doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, that's the internal chatter that I've had in my head. But it wasn't only that. I wasn't only worried about the strangers. Mostly, I was worried about what my family might say, what my friends are going to say. What are my past business clients going to say, since I've completely pivoted my business? I've had businesses since I was 15 years old, but they were in very far apart niches, right? I wasn't always a business coach. I was a DJ agency owner, and I used to organize tours for DJs all over the world. I was a nail technician. I was a teacher. I was doing all kinds of weird things. But I've never done live videos. So that was, or any public speaking for that matter. So that was absolutely terrifying. And I thought that maybe if my past clients see me, then they'll think I've lost my mind. What is she doing? Talking about business and personal development. They thought she was doing music. Like, what? So obviously I was really, really scared. And because I have ADHD and my mind does sometimes, I sometimes zone out and my mind does go blank. I was terrified that I wouldn't know what to say, that the right words would not come through my mind. I was so scared that people would judge me for it. I was worried that someone might post a mean comment or tell me that I know nothing. I didn't want to seem unprepared, stupid, or silly. God forbid I was like vulnerable on camera and told people that I was struggling with something. I legit thought that I had to picture this perfection at all times and be this superhero who has it all together, in all areas of life at all times. And if you're currently watching this and thinking to yourself, girl, that's me, that's how I feel right now, then trust me, I see you. Don't worry, I got your back, because I've been there myself. I know exactly how this feels. It's not something that I was born prepared to do, and trust me, sometimes I still feel those little butterflies in my tummy before I go live. So let me catch up on your comments and let me know if you've ever felt the way I felt about going live or public speaking or anything like that before. Or recording your first YouTube video or TikTok or Reel, because it goes for all of those things. With the exception that with live video, you can't delete it. You have to go through it, right? You can pause it, but people are watching, right? So you got to give yourself that room for mistake. Okay, let me catch up. Annie, I have no issues doing it, but feel like I am a bit too serious. Yeah, why do you feel like you need to be too serious? And why do you think that you need to be more funny? Like, what do you want to be like on your videos? Who are you at your core? Are you funny or are you serious? Or are you somewhere in between? Sheldon, fear my mind will go blank. Yes, of course, we all have that fear. We all have that fear. Annie, I had a coach who kicked my ass too. I know that one. I think I've met her before. Armin, I hate no direct feedback. Sometimes I was a classroom trainer. There we go. But with live videos, you can get live feedback, right? Because people are commenting, and all you need to do is encourage them, say to them, comment, tell me this, tell me that, drop this in the comments, and you can get direct feedback. And of course, at the beginning, it's not that easy. People tend to be quiet. People don't give you that feedback right away. Persevere and they will, right? So don't worry. As you see, I'm still here. I'm doing a live video right now. My mind might go blank. I might mispronounce some words. My accent still is my accent. My face is still my face. I'm still the Polish girl, right? And I've been here for God knows how long now. I honestly don't know. The pandemic has thrown me off, but the pandemic has been 2 years, so I think I must have been here for 2 years now as well. And I've created countless clients and opportunities through the magic of live video, and I believe that you can too, right? You can get yourself featured in magazines because of speaking on live video or on camera in general. You can get yourself more speaking opportunities that way. You can get yourself more clients, more collaborations. And most of all, you can show yourself that you can do this. You can prove yourself that you can slay that gremlin in your brain that tells you can't, or that you're not good enough, or that people will laugh at you, and just show it where its place is, right? So, I have some tips for you that will help you rock your videos fearlessly and overcome this big confidence thing that's holding you back before pressing go, right? And number one of those is breathe, guys. We gotta breathe. Give yourself a breather. Confidence is a result of taking action. It's not a requirement. Right? Hear that again. Confidence is a result of taking action, not a requirement before you take action. You become confident as you do something repeatedly, as you prove yourself that it's not that bad, that you got this, you've survived that first 2 minutes, the first 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So it's not a requirement. So give yourself a chance to breathe. Feel into your body where you're most stressed before you go live. Is it in your throat, in your heart, is it in your tummy? Ask yourself what those feelings represent. And breathe through them. Breathe through them. Know that there is no tiger coming your way. There is, if you get a mean comment, so what? I got quite a few mean comments. I can't say I got tons, but I have received some mean comments during my live videos. I'm still here, survived. And so will you. Some of my clients, I think Kash is watching here right now, got some not the nicest comment during her live video, and she's the nicest person around. She survived it too, and you know what? It made her stronger. So I want you to name the fears and ask yourself if they're irrational or legitimate. And if they are they good enough to stop you from pursuing your career as a coach, speaker, podcast host, or influencer, whatever it is that you want to do? And if they are legitimate, if they are not legitimate, then are you ready to just let them go? Are you ready to just drop them off? Because if they're irrational fears, then let them go, right? Prove yourself that you can bin them. What are we saying here? Yeah, Kasia says, that's true. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Deborah. How is it going for you today? Okay. So, yeah, Kasia survived it, so can you. My second tip for you here is, well, it's not a tip. It's just a reminder that it doesn't have to be perfect, and your first few videos will likely be crap, right? My first few videos weren't my best. I mean, my best videos happen when I don't want to do them the most. And that's a weird fact. Sometimes when I feel those butterflies, or I feel like my brain's telling me these things like, nah, it's going to be not good today, nobody's going to show up, blah, 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 you're not prepared. That's when the best videos happen, right? But in order for you to get there, in order for you to be able to flow, in order for you to show up without all of this stuff, you have to, in order for them to become better and better, you have to do the first few ones. And the first few ones you're going to be overly judgmental about. You're going to feel stressed. It's going to be tough. You might be stumbling over your words. You might, and you will watch them. You watch them 2 or 3 years from now, or even 2 or 3 months from now, and you're gonna think they weren't that bad. They weren't half as bad as I thought at the time. I was just overly critical of myself. I expected myself to be motherfucking Tony Robbins when I was just starting out. And you just gotta give yourself that grace that, okay, I'm still learning, I'm doing it one by one. I'm going to commit myself to becoming 1% better every single time I press play. And I'm not going to criticize myself or let the voices in my head get in the way of me doing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my audience and give them my best. And if my best isn't good enough for me today, that's okay. Maybe if I persevere and do it a few more times, it will become better. Okay? So how does that sound? You resonating with that, guys? Drop me a yes in the comments, or a hell no if you don't. My eyes are very red today again. I don't know why. Okay, Deborah. Yes, you're right. I hate the camera, and it took me 3 months to work up the courage to do my first live. But just feeling the fear and doing it anyway was the remedy. Right, because it does feel a lot scarier than it actually is. It does feel... It's the build-up that's almost worse than actually doing it. It's what we, literally the stew, the mental stew we put ourselves in that makes it feel all hot and horrible and uncomfortable. But the action of actually doing it and being in the middle of it is a lot easier than you think. Yes, it does not have to be perfect, and it's okay. Hell yes, Kasha, absolutely. Okay, so now that we acknowledge that we may not be perfect and they may not be flawless from day one, and we're just prepared for them to be a little bit crap at the beginning, okay, until they get fabulous, then now let's move to the third thing I want to talk to you about. And it's about shifting your focus from me to you. And now, I know that we do this a lot, and it's not our fault. We all are programmed to think about ourselves, our safety and our survival. But the truth is, you're not doing your live videos for you. You're doing them for your audience, and they're not coming there for you. They're coming there to learn something for themselves. So they are all about them. Yes, you might get clients by the end of doing one, or by the end of doing 5 or 10 or 15. Yes, you might make some money and sell some offers. Yes, you might build your authority. Yes, they are for you in that sense. But the people you're doing them for, they don't care about you making sales. They care about what they're going to learn from it. They care about the value you're going to share in that video, about those golden nuggets, those distinctions that you're going to bring, those fresh perspectives that they haven't considered before. Those videos, they're for your tribe, and you have to start treating them as such. They're not about me and what people think of me. It's about what I'm going to be saying that's going to change their perspective and shift them from where they are right now to where they want to be. Even if it's like a tiniest shift, right? They want to learn from you, and they want to get to know you. They want to score a new insight. That's all it is. They want to move forward with their problems. They want to overcome their problems. They are not noticing any of the things you're worrying about, like a spot on your chin. I've got a lot of those around here. You don't know because I've hid them with my makeup. But you know, if I was to be self-conscious today, I could just sit here like this because there's a big raging spot on my chin today. But people don't look at your chin. They're listening to what you've got to say. Like right now, think about it. Are you thinking about my lipstick, or are you thinking about you doing a live video at some point over the next 5 days or next 3 days? And how is that going to make you feel? And what can you take away from this video that's going to propel you forward enough? So you have the courage, you have the confidence to go and press that button and deliver that value, right? That's all it is about. So shift that focus from me to you. And stop thinking what people think of me, and instead of think, how can they benefit from this? How can I bring something to them that will totally shift their perspective or change where they are right now, change their situation for 1% better. Okay? Deborah says, the more human you are, the more relatable. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. We're going to get into that one as well. So, the chances are, in the next part, that, 9 out of 10 people that are watching you are judging themselves way more than they're judging you. So give them value, help them move forward, and stop making it about you, just like as we said in the past part, right? We love to focus on ourselves and our survivals, right? Because we think we're going to be excluded from that tribe if people don't like us. But trust me, people are more worried about you not liking them and you making fun of them because they don't know something than they're worried about you and what you're like. Annie says, how can I shift their perspective? Love that. Yes, exactly. 1%, tiny shifts, right? Make all the difference. The next little thing that I want to share with you is, guys, when you're worried about your mind going blank and you're worried about not knowing what to say, or that your words won't flow, or that you'll stumble over your words, or you forgot where you were because something distracted you, like there's this cat that I've got over there. Her name is Cookie Hot Chocolate. She's an absolute savage, for lack of a better word. She loves scratching me and pouncing on my legs while I do live videos. And if you've been here for a while, then you already know. And if you have like an animal in the house that distracts you, or there's always something chaotic happening around you, then you know that you're worried that your mind will go blank if something does distract you, right? And guess what? I have a tip for you, a really good one. You get to have notes. I have notes, they're right here in front of me. I don't read from them, but I have bullet points about what I want to be talking about. So whenever I finish a point, I look back on them and I remember where I've been. So I never feel lost. I never feel like I've lost my train of thought, because my train of thought has been written down prior to going live. So yeah, don't script your live videos, but make it easier for yourself and just write some notes, bullet points, or you can write it all out, separate it, make it a nice big font so you can read it. But only write the most important, crucial parts about what you want to say. Rather than read from the piece of paper that you've got in front of you, just focus on notes, right? I can read the word notes on my screen, and I can now go on a tangent and talk about the notes. So you don't have to always fly and improvise. You can write yourself notes and bullet points, and you can stay on track that way. There is no shame in that. You don't have to memorize absolutely everything. We're not superheroes. We're not trying to pretend that we are, right? We want to be normal human beings. We are normal human beings. Nobody likes Mr. Perfect, right? Or Mrs. Perfect. Deborah says, I have notes too. Hell yes to notes. Notes are great. Notes take away that pressure from you to be a perfect speaker and always have all the stories at hand and always have the best insights and points. And it really gives you that brain space to actually have them. Because once you have those like core things you want to talk about on your notes, then when you flow, those great insights will automatically happen. Those golden nuggets will just flow. So don't worry about being able to just pull out a 30-minute speech out of thin air, and write it down. Write it down, have it in Google Docs right in front of you, and just look at it when you need a little reminder where you were, right? I need a little sip. How is that going, guys? Well, my throat is so tickly right now. I probably inhaled one of Cookie's hairs or something. Oh, it's the passion. The passion's burning me from inside out today. Next thing I want to talk to you about is, I want you to ask yourself something. I want you to ask yourself, who is benefiting? I mean, really, who is benefiting truly when you don't show up for your business? And you don't show up on camera, and you don't do live videos, or you don't do reels or TikToks or Instagram or whatever videos you do on YouTube, right? Who benefits? Who benefits when you don't show up and you don't do it? The big fat answer is What do you think? No one. That's right, Deborah, you got this. Nobody benefits. But actually, you can think about it in a different way. There's one person that benefits, or one group of people. It's those people that don't want to see you succeed, right? It's those people that you're worried that will judge you. It's those people who are judgmental, don't want to see you succeed, who are, jealous of you or wish you bad, right? It's those people that will benefit because they're like, they're kept in the tiny little corner and I can take up all this space with my mean energy, right? But that truth is nobody benefits from it. Nobody benefits from it. You are on the internet. Trolls do lurk from time to time, right? When you get one, celebrate. When somebody comments something bad, celebrate. You've made it. You got your first hater. How fantastic. That means you're part of the family now. I mean, I got blocked by a member of this group once because he didn't like my opinion. And that's fine. I didn't get offended. I mean, it happens to all of us. It happens to absolutely all of us. But nobody benefits from you not showing up, and especially you. But apart from you, your audience doesn't benefit because you have unique insights that nobody else has. You have a unique experience with your life, what you've been through, what you've learned, what you've overcome, that you can share with people that can inspire them so much that they can change their life, right? It takes one sentence sometimes, one little insight for people to start shifting their perspective and taking action in whatever area of life that they're struggling with. So when you're not sharing your story, when you're not getting out there and sharing your truth, you don't talk to people about what's important, you don't create that thought-provoking content, you don't do those things, you're hiding in a corner. Who benefits? Absolutely no one. And if you don't want to do it yourself, let your alter ego do it. That's right, I've said it. All of my clients have one. And this is a proof that your video doesn't have to be perfect. You can be choking with something very tickly on your tonsil and still do a live video. And I doubt that anyone here is judging me for having a tickly throat, right? So what are you guys worried about? If I can deliver a live video where I kill a spider, break a desk, I mean, I've done all these things during live videos by accident, have a coughing fit, what else happened? Maybe you can remind me, all of my OGs from the group, what other random situations have happened during my live videos? All kinds. If we can do it with all these random mistakes that happen, so can you. Yes, Annie says she's a Taylor Swift. We've got Pink, Deborah, Kasha's Beyonce. If you're afraid of doing a live video yourself, create an alter ego for yourself. They'll do it for you. And then show up with that energy. Yeah, it's kind of like you might think, oh, but what about authenticity? It's still you doing it. It's still you doing it. It's just you're pulling confidence from somewhere else where you're lacking it, borrowing it from someone else, and just enjoying yourself. So if you're afraid of doing it yourself, then create an alter ego that really motivates you. If you feel like a bit of Gordon Ramsay energy, then bring that Gordon Ramsay energy to your video. If you love Oprah Winfrey, bring that Oprah to the table. Give her the mic, right? Let her do it with your voice, with your insights, with your story. Bring that energy from them. Pull it out from them, right? Another tip that I want to give you is that I want you to make a commitment to your audience in advance. If you've been putting it off for a while, if you've been struggling with a bit of procrastinations around this whole going live and talking to people on camera thing, then make it a commitment. Make it a commitment to your audience that you're going to do it. Announce it in advance. That way, there is no way you can back out. There is no way you can pull out. I mean, you can always cancel it, but I know that when I make a commitment and I create an event in the event tab, I rarely pull out of it, right? It's my commitment with my audience and people are clicking, attending. I know that people are looking forward to it and I know that I will have to do it. And that way I'll prepare myself for it. I will get myself in the mood. And if I don't get myself in a minute, I'm still doing it anyway. And trust me, the video and you guys, your audience and my audience, they help you get in the mood. Because you know it's resonating with them, you know it's helping them, you know that if it helps one person, it's freaking worth it. So make a commitment. Schedule. I would love for people here, if you've never done it before or you haven't done it in a while, I'd like you to make a commitment here right now and post in the comments when you're going to do your next live video, when you talk about something that's important to you, or you share a story or a piece of value, or you talk about something that will help people. Tell me when you're going to do it. When's you're going to be your next live video? Sheldon, Annie, Deborah, Kay, Kasia, right? Armin. Who else? Who else is here with us? Z Life. Come on. Where is going to be your next live video? Let's make a commitment right now with this group. We're going to support you. And if you share your group with us, or your personal profile, wherever it is that you're going to be going live, we're going to be there in the comments to support you. Create an event in your group or in your profile and announce that you're going to be going live. And make that commitment something that you stick with. And that first step is going to open so many doors for you, because it's only going to be getting easier from now onwards. Sheldon's doing it in 4 hours time. Hell yes. Love it. Yes, Sheldon. Yeah. Love that. Deborah, I must make Thursdays a regular spot. Yes. Yes, that's going to build a nice consistency for you. Love that. Annie, can I do it on here first? I'm a bit nervous since moving my focus. Absolutely, 100%. This is a safe space. Feel free to go live whenever you feel like it. If you want it to be live in the group, as it's live, then let me know 5 minutes before you go live so I can approve it. So it streams live wherever everyone watching, because otherwise it waits to be approved, and if I don't know, sometimes I don't see the notifications. But yes, absolutely, practice in here. We're going to give you all the love and all the support you need to do this, okay? And it does take, if you haven't done it in a while, it does become a little bit stressful. It make you feel a little bit anxious before you do it again. But practice every day and you will get there. Or practice every other day, whenever you feel like it. This group is always open for you guys to go live. You can always practice it here. I will not stop you. Sharing value in this group is always allowed. So you go live, share value, share a story. Tell us about your day. How are you doing on this entrepreneurial journey? Just practice going live and talking. And you can prepare yourself or you can flow freely. It's up to you, right? A bit of water before we continue. Armin says, Saturday 29th at 10 GMT here. Woo! Love it, love it. Do it, do it, do it. So good, so good. I'm so proud of you guys for making this commitment right now. So excited. Okay, where were we at? Let's look at my notes. Right, another thing I want to share with you is this other thing that actually my clients raised with me yesterday. And it was a very interesting insight because I've almost forgotten about it, but we all have this problem from time to time. Sometimes we're so close to our zone of genius, to our expertise, to what we know best, that we start forgetting that not everyone has that level of knowledge as us. That not everyone has the same set of brain cells and like neuron connections in the brain that can solve problems in the same way as us. We think everyone is the same, everyone knows everything already, we know nothing new, we can not add any more value because everything's been said before. And that's a massive lie we tell ourselves, right? That's a massive lie. There's so much value each of us can bring to each other every single day, right? About all kinds of different stuff. And what you know, your audience likely doesn't know. And even if they have heard it before, even if it has been said a million times and written in 1,000 books, it's the stories that you share from your personal life in conjunction to that subject. It's the way you deliver it, it's your personality that might actually resonate with someone, even if they heard it for the 5th time, because maybe it didn't resonate with them for the first 5 times they've heard it. Maybe they weren't ready to hear it, but now they are. Now they trust you enough, they like you enough, and now they're ready to hear that message, even if that message has been said before. So don't worry about sharing with your audience the insights that you think they already know. We all forget, like the insights I'm sharing right now. Like, we all forget that not everybody knows everything. And even if they know, they may have forgotten about it. So it's always good to bring a refresher, right? And remember, the audience that you have doesn't know what they don't know, right? And part of that is that if you forget to say something, don't judge yourself about it, right? Because you're the only person that knows that they have forgotten to say something. People don't read your mind when they watch a live video, and they don't know what you've prepared, what you've wanted to say, what you were trying to say. They only hear what they actually heard, right? So don't judge yourself if you forget a line, forget an insight, forget a point you were trying to make, and just use that, the thing you've forgotten, in your next video. Create a whole new video around that small thing that you've forgotten. You're the only person that knows that you've forgotten something. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't think, oh, I should have said this, I wish I could add that. No, just think, great, I now have this other take on this problem. I have now this other insight that I can share with my audience, and I think they're going to love it. It's going to build on what I've said last week. So here it is. I'm going to give it to them now, and it's just going to make them feel like you truly know what you're talking about. Deborah says, yes, I need to remember to specify regular lives, give a few tips, and not think everything has to be a masterclass. Absolutely. Not everything has to be a masterclass. It gets to just be you sharing a story, you offering a perspective, you waffling on about your day and a client call, and what one insight you can share from that call that will benefit the entire community. Or it could be a nice little resource that you want to chat through with them, or announce that is available to them, even if it's not your resource. Like in the niche that you work in, Deborah, you can share resources that talk about resources that are widely available to people. Kasha, I have lives in my group Tuesdays, but lately they weren't regular, unfortunately. How come? Is it because the Christmas busyness has gotten away? Because I know that, like, I had this very big cohort of my mastermind running up until next month. It's still running. And then there was the Christmas, and then there was the New Year's, and for some reason my regular live videos have went out the window as well. I stopped doing the Tuesdays, I stopped doing the Thursdays, and blah blah blah, and it all fell off the wagon. But instead of judging myself, I'm bringing them back. Right? So just bring them back. Bring back the Tuesdays and have fun with it. It's all good. We all sometimes get, we just sometimes get too busy and we fall off the wagon, consistency wagon. But it's all good. You get to jump back on it when you're ready. That's it. Right? So the next thing I want to share with you is that you speaking up, you sharing your message, right, can change people's lives. It's a fact. When you give yourself a permission to have a voice, other people start understanding that they have a permission to have a voice. And there's one particular person that is listening right now that I really want I want them to hear it, okay? So make sure that you use that voice, because your voice really matters, because your voice is that little permission slip to others to open up and talk about the issues that you've experienced, to really share their story, to feel like they're not alone in all this, that there is support out there that can help them, that there is resources, that there's people who give a fuck. Sorry for swearing. Actually, I'm not sorry. I do this all the time. But yeah, you wanna make people feel like they can speak up about this stuff. So know that you're changing one life at a time every time you press that button, because you're giving somebody giving somebody a boost of confidence that they have a voice to, that they can use it. You're proving them with your existence that it's possible to speak about some of the issues. And let me catch up on your comments. Yes, because of the festive seasons and family matters, Tuesdays will be back. Yes, loving the commitment in this group here tonight. Love it. Tuesdays are back by popular demand. People love your Tuesdays, Kasia. Go for it. The next thing and the last thing from the mindset part of the video that I want to mention to you guys is people don't want you to be freaking perfect. People want you to relate to. They want somebody who's freaking relatable, who understands where they're at and where they want to go, who's been through the trenches, not some Mr. or Mrs. Perfect who knows it all, who has the perfect hair, perfect nails, perfect lifestyle, perfect morning routine, perfect bank account, perfect health, perfect everything, right? People don't want this. People want just somebody who they can understand and get on with. People who truly understand the pain that they're in right now. And if you never share it and pretend that you're perfect and you've never experienced anything painful or not glamorous or stuff like that, but they're right now in a position where maybe their life is not the most glamorous one. Maybe it's filled with pain and suffering and tears, and maybe it's filled with failure, and maybe it's filled with disappointment or embarrassment, and you never share any embarrassing stories, you never talk about your pain, your suffering, your embarrassment, then how can they relate to you? So think about that. Sorry. Water. Give yourself a chance to be a human and let people see you as a human, even when you're choking. Right? People just want you the way you are. You don't have to change. You don't have to be like anyone else. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to be animated and wear flowery tops and swear. You don't have to be the funniest guy in the room. You don't have to shout at people through the camera. You don't have to laugh overly. You don't have to, whatever it is, to be too serious, too professional, too much or too little. Just be you. Just let people get to know you as you are. And that's how you're going to build an audience, not just audience, but raving fans. You're going to build people who are going to follow you and who will want to listen more. And who knows that they can count on you in your best and at your worst. Not just at your best. And that is very important. So how does that feel, guys? What other fears are you guys struggling with when it comes to live videos? What other limiting beliefs are holding you back from pressing that live button? What are some of the other obstacles that you're facing before you can feel complete about doing it? And I love that most of people watching with us live, if you're watching replay, #replay, forgot to say, but if you have any other things that are mentally or emotionally holding you back from going live, please drop them up in the comments. We're not gonna judge you or shame you. This is a safe space, but I will love another opportunity to go live again and talk about those to help you with them. But if you're feeling good and you're feeling motivated and you've scheduled a date for your first or next live video, then let's talk about some of the practical live video tips that nobody tells you about, right? Because there is some of those. Some people have never done it, and some people maybe have done it but didn't enjoy it, whatever. So let's talk about some of the practical things that can really help you go live and make it like a really great experience for people watching, and for you, that you can feel confident when you look at yourself in a camera, because actually it's the most vain experience. Sometimes you're just like staring into your own eyes as you're speaking on live video. But so you want to know that you're looking at nice background, and you want to know that people are looking at nice background. So my tip number 1 from the practical tip list is to choose a clean background, or a background that you're not ashamed of, right? So maybe if there is like a washing basket in the corner of your room, move out the way. If you're planning to stand there and do your live video. If you have a blank wall or a clear background, or like a nice little workspace that you work in, maybe you want to do it there. Maybe if you're a nutrition coach, maybe you want to do it in your nice kitchen. right? Maybe you want to do it in your bedroom on a blank wall that you have, and you want to put like a picture there or something, or whatever. Think about where you want to do it, and make sure that the place focuses, the spot that you choose has good lighting, right? So you can get yourself like a nice little ring light to help you with the light. I have one that's holding my phone right now, and that the background's not distracting people for what you've got to say, right? So choose a nice background. Now, the tip 2 is to have a phone holder. I actually suggest that. This isn't like, I don't know if most people will agree with me on that tip, but I do prefer when people do their live videos on their phones. Why? Because we can really see your face. We can connect with you. It's like we're looking into your eyes, and it feels like a more natural interaction. When we do it on the laptop, and that, like, those cameras on the laptops are usually pretty crap. Let's be honest. I don't know what laptop you've got. I've got a MacBook Pro, and that camera's still pretty crap. So choose your phone. Our phones have much better cameras these days than any of the laptops that we have. Unless you have like a nice little pro camera you want to go live through and you want to do the pro equipment route, absolutely fine. But choose your phone. Your face will be visible. It'll be easy to light up the little square that you're in, and to use a phone holder so it's not like shaky when you go live, so you're not moving it like that and giving people motion sickness. The last thing you want to do is make people feel like they're about to throw up because of how much your hand is shaking when you do a live video. So if you don't have a phone holder / ring light, I used to put my phone on my laptop, open laptop straight up in the bend, and I would put it there to talk live into, right? But you want to, if you don't have a ring light and you can't afford one, because let's be honest, not everyone has $20 spare right now. So what you want to do is you want to face the window and do it in the daytime, or put a lamp somewhere in front of you so there is a nice little light going to you, instead of it being like really dark and dingy. See how much this changes if it's like really dark? It's not very visible. Deborah says, yes, phone is a better quality, but I never see all the comments. Luckily for me, I don't know about what phone you've got. I see comments 99% of the time when I use my phone. Sometimes you have to swipe to see the comments. Swipe left. That's left, right? Swipe like that and then the comments appear, or swipe right maybe on your phone, and then that brings up all the comments so you can see them. Sometimes Facebook glitches like every other piece of tech that we have on the other software, and it doesn't show you them, but most of the time you will have them. Yes, exactly. You have to have your laptop on whilst you're live on your phone. Do you have a phone holder, Annie, that you can use? I'm pretty sure you do. Right? So if you want a link to like a phone, like a ring light with a phone holder, I can post the link in the comments after this. But if you have one or you don't need one, then don't worry. Let me know in the comments if you need one. Somebody will post you a link. Most of us have bought one by now, but yes. So you want to make sure that you're using a window or a selfie ring to improve the quality of the video. It's not just about like your skin looking good, but it's also about the quality of the video. If there is low lighting where you do your live video, then it's going to be pixelated. It's going to be poor quality video. So the better the lighting, the better the quality of the video. And then you can repurpose it, right? You can download it and use that piece of content wherever you're showing up online, right? You can use that video on LinkedIn, or you can use it on YouTube, or chop it up and use it as a TikTok, whatever. You can do what you like. So it's best to have a good quality. You can have it on your blog, right, on your website. My next practical tip is to choose a location away from distractions. And if you're recording outside, try to do it when it's not too windy. I don't do many outside lives. Car is best, right? Car is always good because there's plenty of windows, plenty of light getting through, and you can place your phone in the phone holder that you have in your car. right? So it's not shaking. Or you can rest it against your steering wheel. But if you're doing it out in the nature, because you're a nature person like that, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure that you do it when it's not too windy, because that really affects the sound. If you're inside and children are not part of your brand, then make sure that they're occupied and they don't distract you too much, right? So make sure that they've got something to play with, because that can really stress you out when you're trying to focus, and especially at the very beginning when you're really stressed about going live and you don't feel too confident. If there's somebody pouring your hair every 5 seconds, then you might feel like crying during doing a live video. But if you have kids, why not make them a part of your brand and do live videos with them? And instead of them pulling on your hair, bring them into the conversation. And actually they might love it, because they'll think they're internet famous and all that stuff. I know that if I invited my daughter into this, she would be loving life. She's asking me to do a TikTok every single day. Most of the times I refuse. But she would love that. Deborah, I love to know that's done, as I can't seem to get that to work. Send me okay, you guys are talking between each other, no point of me reading those comments out loud. Great to see that you guys are helping each other. Yes, Annie, when you've got 4 kids, it might be quite distracting to have 4 in a video. But that's why you can create yourself, like I've got a little corner in my living room when I do all these live videos. You can do them in your bedroom. You can put, like I've seen somebody do it from their bathtub, right? You can do it from your car. You can do it when the kids are at school. You can do it when they're asleep. And right now I'm doing it while my daughter's asleep, right? She's gone to bed and I've got all of the time I need to create and deliver a live video to you guys without any distractions, without anybody asking me for yogurt or anything, because she's been sorted, she's been fed, she's asleep. So sometimes sleepy times are the best times to do a live video if you've got kids. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, the practical tips about going live, is to decide on a topic early, like we were saying, commit to something, create an event, and get into talking right away. There's nothing more annoying, and it's nobody's fault, I want to say this. I'm not judging anyone. But then someone who's doing this for 5 to 10 minutes because they don't think they're live yet, or they're waiting for people to hop on. Just decide on the topic that you're going to be talking about and get into it straight away. Remember, there will be people watching on a replay, and trust me, they will not hang about, no matter how great you are, if you're just standing there fixing your hair for 10 minutes because you're waiting for people to hop on live, or you're waiting for people to join you, or because you're not unaware that you're going live. And, you know, and if you go live through a third-party application like Zoom, that might happen sometimes. There may be your screen may be telling you you're not live, but you actually are. Which is different with your phone. Immediately on your phone, as soon as the countdown's over, you're live. Okay? So maybe don't go live through Zoom at the beginning if you don't know those rules, right? Or be aware of it. Wait, my laptop's about to die. Be aware of it so you can now I've lost my train of thought. Be aware of it so you can be mindful when you do go live that it does actually start immediately. It doesn't start sorry, I'm just plugging my laptop into charge. It doesn't start after those 5 minutes. It starts immediately. Okay. So be mindful of the people who are watching on the replay. Just to recap, make sure that you get into your hook. You tell people what the video is going to be about so they stay, and that you introduce yourself and start with your value. Start with your intro, or start with whatever it is that you're going to be talking about. As we were saying earlier, another practical tip is to make some notes, right? The best thing to do is to have them on your laptop. You don't want shuffled hundreds of pieces of paper on your desk while you're doing it. What I love doing, and I recommend you all do, is create a Google Doc. Create large, nice font, depending on your eyesight requirements, that you can see, and separate each point with a paragraph. so you know exactly where you are at different places in your live video. Where's your beginning? How is your introduction? What points you're trying to make? How do you want to end the video? That's going to really come in handy, and then you can just scroll with your fingers as you talk to people instead of shuffling papers, getting really freaked out, looking down, because that's never good if you're just like looking down that piece of paper and trying to find what you were trying to say. It's very stressful on you, and it's not the easiest to watch or listen to. So make notes in a Google Doc and just go on and enjoy yourself. The next practical tip is that before you go live, I used to have this little ritual where I would actually just play my favorite song on my AI. I'm not gonna say her name because she'll start listening to me. And I would just have a little dance and shake all of the negative energy and all of the doubt away from my body and put myself in a mood into doing this. You know, movement is the best way to shift energy. And do you know what? I'm learning that more and more each day as I'm going through my gym journey right now. I don't know if all of you know, but I've started hitting the gym about a month ago, and I absolutely love it. But the more I move, the more negative energy that is escaping my body. And if you feel like you're filled with stress and anxiety and dread before you go live, get moving. Go for a walk, dance, whatever you need to do to get this energy, stuck energy out of you. You don't need it. It's time to let it go. The next thing I want to tell you from the practical tips is that nobody knows that you're stressed. People don't know that you're freaking out inside. Usually the only person that can tell is your palms because they're sweating. But nobody watching you can tell. So forget about that. Forget about thinking of what people think and just, they have no clue. Just keep going. If you forget something, people don't mind. Just keep going. If you trip over your words, laugh it off. Make it a joke. And just keep going, right? Making a joke out of a situation that you find like normally stressful is a skill that you can develop over time. And it makes it, you know, so much easier on you and so much easier on everyone watching when you can just laugh at those moments when you lose a train of thought or you trip over or you, I don't know, sneeze live on camera, instead of making it like the one thing that breaks the stream. So just keep going, whatever happens. The next practical tip is to encourage people to comment and ask questions and engage. Right? People need to be told what to do. They're not going to immediately assume that you want them to interact, to want them to make points, or that they want them to ask questions. So ask them to ask questions in the comments. Tell them to answer a question in the comments. Welcome them in. Make sure that they feel like they're part of the stream. That it's not just you streaming your consciousness at them, but it's an actual conversation between you guys. And that will really help build the relationship with your audience. And that will definitely lead to more clients down the road. Use people's names. Ask them about their stuff. Remember who they are. And it's going to build that relationships. It will flow better as well. And you will feel a lot more fulfilled after finishing it, because you'll feel like you got to know people, you truly help the people who are present in their life, and it will make all the difference. People will feel really appreciated. And the next one is, I know, I keep, like, this is a long one, guys. I hope that you're still enjoying it. Give me a 1 in the comments if you're enjoying it, and like 2, like, Monika, go home. This is too much. I mean, I am home, but like, go away. Right? So let me know. But I have a few more. Just a couple of more. Okay? And then we're going to announce the winners of the competition. But I really wanted to tackle all of the issues about going live, so we can stamp this limiting belief. We can stamp that fear getting in your way once and for all. That we can just really get it all out the way, so you can start showing up in your business on those lives and speaking your truth, sharing your message. There's such a need for it to be heard right now. Okay, next tips. I got ones in the comments, so that's fantastic. Next tip is, in the words of Aliyah, or however you pronounce her name, we all love her. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again, right? Don't just try once, try again. So yes, your first video, like we said, might be terrible. Your second might make you want to cry. I mean, it happened to me. And your third will make you feel a bit more confident. Your fifth will be awesome. On the sixth one, you might get a client, right? Or you might get some positive comments from people, nice feedback. It will just become your second nature. Just keep going. Don't judge yourself. Pat yourself on the back every time you do one. And you notice the progress you're making. From that first minute you're doing it, to the second minute you're doing it, to the first time you did it for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, like I am right now. I'm about to hit the hour and I'm not done yet. Right? Give yourself a pat on the back, and then give yourself a pat on the back when the one person's watched the entire video. The first 5 people watch the entire video. 25 people watch your video. I think that happened to me only once when I had like 40 people watching live. But, you know, have realistic expectations and cherish every single achievement that you've had. Like every single milestone, your first comment, your first longer performance, your first question, your first somebody reaching out afterwards to you to share feedback with you or ask about something. You know, celebrate that progress and pat yourself on the back for it. The next thing I want to talk about, it's important, guys. It's important to write headlines for your live videos as the description of the video. This is really important, and I see that a lot of people miss out on this and mess this up. And instead of like, what I see a lot of people do is they try and create in the description they don't know what to say, so they just say something like come and say hi. And that doesn't work, because nobody wants to click on that unless they're like your best friend and they've been watching you for years and they've known you very well and they just want to come and hang out with you on camera and see what randomness you're going to get up to today. But if you're looking for clients and you want to be professional and you want to grab somebody's attention and you want them to click on that video, and what's more important, stay throughout it, what you want to do is you want to write a good headline, a hook that will make people aware of what this video has in it for them, what they will learn during that video, why should they click on it, and you know, share their most precious resource with you, which is their time, and tell them exactly what's in it for them, right? Like what value can they expect from it? What mini transformation that are you offering in that video, or like what little shift or what they're going to learn, right? This is super important. It will make a huge difference for you. And again, as with everything, writing headlines and hooks will get better and better as you do it. But try to be as simple and as descriptive in those hooks as possible, so people know who this video is for, what they're going to learn, why they should click, or why that's important. Okay? Great. Okay, that is the last one. Fantastic. So we got through them, guys. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a bit more positive about going live? Are you feeling a bit more excited about the prospect of chatting at camera and interacting with your audience in that way? I hope that you do. I hope that you've got some tools after watching this, and that you feel a bit more excited about it, and that, you know, you're gonna be thinking, screw it, just do it by the end of watching this, because you really got this. And the more you actually do it, the more clarity you will have about how you want to do it, the more of your personal style you'll develop, the more at ease you will feel behind the camera, and you know, your niche will emerge and clarify, and the more opportunities you will get. And I'm so excited for you all to go out there and get those opportunities, to go out there and get those clients, and go out there and share your knowledge, because God, we need you. Okay, but I know what you're waiting for. We're gonna announce some prize winners from our 5-day challenge, from Facebook group to fully booked. If you haven't watched it, the replay is available in the announcement section of the group. I was meant to put in, guys, I forgot. I need to do it this week. But regardless, I'm going on a tangent. if you've completed all of your 5 assignments or you've completed most of the assignments, then you were in the chance of winning some of the prizes that we've had up for grabs. So let's remind ourselves, what were those prizes that we had up for grabs this week? One of them was a Facebook group audit, when I was personally to go into your Facebook group and look at it and give you a little feedback about what you can improve, what's going well, what could you adjust to optimize it for maximum growth and impact, right? So that's prize number 1. Prize number 2 is a 60-minute session with me, when me and you will sit down together on Zoom, and I will help you map out your 6-figure year with the offers you currently have or the offers that you want to create. And that is going to be full of actionable steps so you can just go and implement it. And the third prize was $500 off my 90-day clients influence and income program that helps coaches attract premium clients, clarify their message, write better content, increase their sales, and create offers that actually want to sell, right? So if you want to create a successful business, that voucher is what you want to win, because we're starting in just 3 weeks and I'm super excited about it. So let's have a look. Who is the winner? We've got a few winners. We've got lots of winners. I love giving away prizes, so hang about. Okay, so the first prize winner, somebody who completed all of their tasks, is Deborah Jane. Deborah Jane, congratulations. You won Map Out Your 6-Figure Year session with me. And if you haven't had enough of me yet, you've got me for another hour. So I hope you absolutely enjoyed this session, and we can book it whenever you feel better and whenever you're free. So get in touch with me. Congrats, Deborah. Thanks for your great work. The next person who won the same session is Kasia Rzepka. Kasia, I saw your effort you've put into this. I love that you're trying to get your business international in the coming months, and you want to help more translators all over the world. I loved your assignments. Super fun stuff. Congrats, you won the Map Out Your 6-Figure Year session with me too, which is brilliant. So let me know when you want to book it. You've got my diary, I believe. If not, go to my website and you can find it there as well. Or message me. The next person who won is Sheldon Crocker. Sheldon, you are awesome. You've gone out there and done all of the assignments too. And what you won is the Facebook group Audit and the $500 off Clients Influence and Income program that will help you monetize your Facebook group, attract premium clients, and get out there. So let me know when, Sheldon, when you would like to book that Facebook group audit, and whether you'd like to do it live with me or whether you would like me to do it in my own time. Send me a link to your group. Let's go. The next person who won a prize is somebody who's done almost all of the assignments, is Karen Bland. Congratulations, Karen. I loved your effort. Let me know how you're getting on with the last 2 assignments. I've decided to give you a little bit of grace and a little push, and I'm giving you $500 off Clients Influence and Income. So congratulations, Karen. I've loved the assignments you did. Let's see some more. You've still got time. Armin. Is Armin here with us still? Yes, he is. Armin, you're also winning. Armin's getting the Map Out Your 6-Figure Year session as well. So Armin, feel free to book it with me. We're going to create your entire strategy for the next year to come. And then the last person, last but not least, to win the $500 off voucher from Clients Influence and Income, my 90-day program for coaches who want to succeed in 2022, is Clive Owens. So Clive Owens, congratulations, you won the voucher code. So to claim that, just drop me a message and I'll send it right to you. Guys, I've absolutely loved delivering this challenge, but what I loved more is seeing you go out there, support each other, and truly give it the best push possible. You've really showed up to yourself during those 5 days, and it's been great seeing you grow your communities, and I really want to see how you're going to evolve them in the next year. Right? How you're going to evolve them in the next 5 years, and how you're going to nurture your audience with those live videos that we were talking about today, because that's important, right? People want to know you. They want to know your stories. They want to they want to know that you've got their back. And what's the best way to create trust with your audience than to show them your face? Put a face to the amazing words you write. Put a face to the amazing activities you create, right? And you can do that with the power of live video. And I hope that after watching this today, you're thinking, I'm going to go out there and go live. And if you're not, then watch this again and try one step at a time. One tiniest step, one 10-second video is good enough for the first one, or 30 seconds or a minute, right? And you can use this group as much as you like to practice. And if you haven't already, go and get yourself back into my diary and let's talk about your vision for this year, guys, because 2022 is here and I am committed to making sure that this is your year, that you've got everything you need to hit your income goals, to get the clients you need, to get yourself out there and grow a powerful brand online. So if that's something that you want to do this year and you want a little me to be by your side with a bunch of other awesome people that will cheer you on as you go out there and get it, then let me know and we'll just hop on a call and we will chat about it, about where you are, where you want to be, and how I may be able to help you get there. And it's absolutely a zero pressure call. We're just going to talk and find out whether I'm the right person for you to help you, I'm the right guide, and if you're the right hero for me to support, right? So guys, thank you so much for sticking with me for an hour and 10 minutes. 70 minutes together. You're legends. And I will see you all next week, next Tuesday, for another masterclass. I believe we're going to be talking about the top 5 mistakes people make and to avoid when you're on discovery calls. So if you're struggling with discovery calls and you're wondering what those mistakes are that you should be avoiding and how to overcome them, then you should join us. Tuesday, same time as today. See you there. Lots of love. Go live. Don't be shy. Let's go.